Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source to all things films and movies. And over the years, we've seen a lot of cast members from the Marvel Cinematic Universe really grow into their roles and become fan favorites. And there's no denying that a lot of people are really excited about Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany jumping into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with their own series, WandaVision, that's set to come out on Disney Plus later on this year. While these characters have had pretty integral roles in many MCU movies in the past, it's interesting to see how they'll play out in a more focused storyline. And it's really cool to see these two actors together whenever they're on press tours, and they have some great moments together, which is always really fun to look at. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the best moments of Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany from over the past years, and remember why their on-screen chemistry really is so good. Now first up, we wanted to look at this moment where Elizabeth Olsen actually started singing to Paul Bettany during an interview.
To become one, I need someone like I've never needed love before. I want to make love to you, baby.
I would only do I could only do the tell me what you want when you really, really want.
Tell me what you want,
Because it's the only one I know.
And it's a classic. And I feel like the glasses work really well for this as well. Yeah, it's definitely got a vibe. And then after watching this, I really want...
There was also this funny moment where Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany explain what it is like when they have to act out scenes and where they're acting out their special superpowers that they have and how it can be challenging at times, but also how sometimes it can be kind of funny because they have to make up these powers that they have in some sort of surreal filming experience.
Laura Dern in that last Star Wars movie where when she's shooting a blaster, she actually said pew pew pew.
I went pew pew as
Awesome.
Oh, that's an issue that I have sometimes. I make sounds while I'm going like just in order to like get the energy.
We'll do that later.
And so then I have to remember to make my mouth still.
Then Paul Bettany talked about in this interview what his own personal saying is.
Who's answering that question? Because snitches end up where?
Ditches.
Ditches.
Tell that to the other guys.
Well, Mark Ruffalo, he gives everything up.
What is your saying?
Snitches end up in ditches.
But it's actually snitches get
Stitches.
No, they end up bang in ditches.
violent.
Yeah. Then there was this moment where we see Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen talk a little bit about what gets cut out of the movie, and sometimes how when filming the movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they'll get things like fake scripts and how they can get fooled as to what's actually happening in the story, and sometimes they don't really know what is going on.
No. Well, we got a full script, but it had fake
I didn't
scenes.
get a full script. I only got my pages.
Oh, I got a full script, but it had twists and turns that weren't real.
Well, I definitely had twists and turns that were real.
Yeah.
So it was a fake script.
About 80% of it was real, and
We have this time that Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany got to read this funny tweet.
Wanda says, we should try spicy things up in the bedroom.
Vision says, "Oh, good idea."
Later, to Lulu. Wanda, what is this on the bed?
It's paprika.
There's also the time we got to see Jeremy Renner, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, and Sebastian Stan play musical beers back on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Don't touch it! Sebastian! Ah! Paul, I love you.
And you're the top.
We barely knew you. Barely.
This can't happen.
And your limbs are much longer.
This can't happen.
And real quick, before we jump into even more of these awesome references, we wanted to give a huge shout out to our Instagram page. If you guys didn't know, we just passed over 8,000 followers over on Instagram, so we'd really appreciate if you guys headed over to our Instagram, scroll through some of our posts, maybe hit the like button and followed us over there. We do a lot of really interesting content if you love comic books, the MCU, DCEU, whatever it is. If you just like movies, movies. It's a really cool page. We've been working really hard on it, and it would mean the world to us if you went over and checked it out as well. There was also another time we got to see Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany answer some fan questions while they were alongside Chris Evans.
What's your favorite line that your character has said so far? A pinch of paprika.
That is a good one.
Do you Google yourself emoji crying laughing face? How often emoji crying laughy face? Yes, I do Google myself. As often as I know I'll probably be on the internet. So
there was this funny moment between the two while at AceCon way back in 2018 that was pretty great.
You know, you're just left with, it's really funny how much the makeup and costumes just go away, right? I mean...
I started feeling... On? Yeah?
Yeah. Jack her up huge.
I started feeling uncomfortable seeing Paul look like this. Far more, but when we were in Scotland...
So did my children.
When we were in Scotland, I was just looking at him like, you look so weird with your skin.
There's also this time that we looked at Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen talking about how important and how much of a milestone the movie Avengers Infinity War truly was for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it is true, it was a major turning point in how the film series was perceived, and it elevated the movie to an unprecedented status.
What makes Infinity War a milestone in the MCU?
Oh, come on. I mean, I think it's a milestone in movies, right? I mean, I really do. It's to have created these different worlds and made them so sort of full and rich, and then bring them all together for these last two movies. It's so well organized. 10 years, it's going to be 20 movies, the last two all together.
There's another time where they talked a little bit how the Infinity War plot was a complete secret for such a long time.
Because they didn't even want journalists to know too much at this stage.
Yeah.
Everything is kept secret until the proper fans get to see it, and that in itself actually makes it quite exciting.
It's kept secret from us.
Yeah, I still don't know what it is.
Really? I might know more than you.
I think you might.
I didn't see half the script. They gave us pages that only pertain to our characters.
And we also can see Paul Bettany in this interview talk a little bit about his thoughts on WandaVision and give a little bit of a sample as to what we're going to see in the future and how it's going to be really unique.
I so admire Kevin Feige and the courage that he has. What the decision that he's made with this show is so bonkers, quite frankly, and really risky and really new and unlike anything they've ever done. And it has been, I guess you wouldn't mind it, I think it's been one of the highlights of my career.
I want to give a huge shout out to our Marvel Monday winner. If you guys didn't know, every single Monday we do a challenging Marvel trivia question. So if you guys want to participate, make sure you guys are subscribed here to Film Artsy. Head over to our community tab on Mondays and participate in our Marvel Monday question for a chance to have your comment featured right here on this channel. We also do DC Thursdays if DC is more of your thing, and you can still participate by going over to our community tab on Thursdays. So make sure you guys participate if you want a chance of having your comment featured right here. And then there was, of course, this extra time we wanted to throw in there where Elizabeth Olsen tried to keep up with a professional chef, and it was just funny, so we wanted to include it here as well.
Okay.
And so let's just whisk the dry ingredients first. All right, so once the dry ingredients are whisked together, take your measuring cup that's over to the right.
Yep.
And those 2 little bottles of seltzer.
Yeah.
And we're gonna measure 2 cups.
Okay.
Which I wanna add gradually. So take your whisk in one hand,
yeah,
your measuring cup in the other, and then...
This time became more in control of her powers?
I think she is in more control of her powers, and I think she's going to be just fine.
She's going to be fine. Yeah.
Can I call you in literally 1 minute?
You're on camera and I'm trying to talk to you on helium. People are making me prank call you, but it's not working. I'm gonna do one more because I have a little bit left and it didn't work.
So what did you guys think of some of these moments? Are you a fan of these two actors, and are you excited to see WandaVision? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this. See you all next time with a brand new video.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Hi. See you guys.
Know anybody?